going on, guys? Decided to make a video out of this in case anyone has a 93 to a 2002 Camaro or Firebird with the 3.8 V6. Yes, I know it's not the LS1, but it's not my car. It's my girlfriend's car, so it doesn't make me feel as bad. Doing an engine swap. Her car has been sitting for, I think, 7-ish years, somewhere around there. And when it was parked, however 7+ years ago, just stopped kind of working, and found out that it'll start up perfectly fine, and then after about 5 minutes, pretty much when it gets warmed up, the oil pressure will just plummet to pretty much having no pressure whatsoever, and you can hear the main bearings pretty much starting to go, and that's just that no bueno. That's not good. So went to a junkyard and bought a motor for $300. The car it came out of got T-boned in the A-pillar, so that at least when the car got T-boned, it was running, so I know the motor runs. I don't know what condition the motor's in, besides that whenever it got into a T-bone, it ran, so it's better than her motor already. But I figured I would video the removal and the install of the motor, because I looked on YouTube and there's not many videos that actually show a decent in-depth removal or install of the motor. So yesterday just started working on it a little bit. As you can tell, I have the air box right there. I took the air box off. I took the belt off, as you can tell, some of the sensors, and knowing me, I'm not the greatest with remembering sometimes. That, and last time I took a motor out of a car was it's been a while. So I figured the sensors that I know I would label. So I got the MAF sensor, the mass airflow, the TPS, the EGR right here. So that's pretty much where I left off, just because it was getting dark and had work in the morning. So figured I'd pick up on it today, and like I said, video it so that way, or record it, so that way if anyone has a question or anything on the removal procedure, they at least have something that they can go to and kind of look at a little bit more in depth to help them out. So probably the next thing that I have to do is jack up the car, because with the Camaros and Firebirds from the 94 to 2002, the motor can come out through the top, but it would pretty much have to be completely vertical. So it's just 10 times easier to raise the front up, and then you will, once you have everything disconnected, you'll disconnect the suspension, you'll unbolt the subframe or the K-frame, and then you'll undo the trans mount and your drive shaft, and it pretty much just comes down. So I guess let's get to raising the car, at least the front end, as high as my jack and jack stands will go, and we'll go from there. You can't really see a heck of a, well, I think that's actually the crankshaft position sensor, which you do have to undo. Can't really get good lighting in there. Let me see about that. So this sensor right here, I believe that might be, and don't quote me on this because I have no idea if I am correct, but that could very possibly be the crankshaft sensor. Not 100% sure. I just know that it has to get unplugged. So let's unplug that. Let's see, gotta push this up and out. Let me get my flathead in there. I mean, I'm not in a shop, I'm in a garage like you guys have seen. So this is kind of for the do-it-yourselfers that don't have the ability to get into a garage or have a garage, or not a garage, a shop available. Let's see here. So we got that. If anything, I might have to. Alright, and then also, let me put my light down here. Or try to. We also have, I'm pretty sure, but again, not 100% positive, I think this is the oil pressure sensor. I mean, you literally just kind of push the top right in here with the flathead and then pull. That comes out. You do have to undo the starter and those connections. And of course, my light decides to go out because it doesn't like me, apparently. So, yeah, my light doesn't like me.
I found the charger to the other one.
What?
I found the charger to the other light.
And it has to come off anyway, so you can get to the torque converter bolts. And this kind of is just slightly tedious. I mean, it's being a pain in the butt right now.
You want socket or line?
That one, give me a short socket with a ratchet. I mean, you guys saw where it was. I'm just gonna quickly do this if I can without the camera, or I just placed you guys down.
You said a 13 or 14?
Yeah, one of the two.
No, 14.
So this is a little, is it not an 8mm? I could have sworn it was. So oh, there we go. Had to put a little pressure on it, you know? Okay.
14 for you.
Alright, make sure you do not lose this little nut, because I mean, you could probably find one at a hardware store, but they're just a pain in the butt. So that's the 8mm. that is actually the ignition wire. Well, the wire that comes from the ignition to the starter to give it the initial power. And then the top one is a 14 millimeter. And you kind of just gotta crank at it. This is a slightly boring part. I don't know why it's that hard. I don't remember it being that hard when I was taking it out the first time. To put this new one in.
This is when I fast forward a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, you're definitely gonna have to fast forward this. Okay. Nope, that's still not coming off.
I got 13 in my hand.
Oh no, it's a 14. It's just it wasn't hand tight yet. So you go put the 13 back. Alright, stock starters, if you still do have a stock starter, this I don't believe is going to be a 14. I believe it's going to be a 13. Don't quote me on that though. I don't remember what the old one was. And then I'm going to need a deep 15 with an let's see, deep 15, just a deep 15. If I know where my ratchet went. Oh, here we go. Thank you, sir.
You want me to move this?
The greatest condition. Oh, that's right. This is the one that's a slight pain in the butt when it comes to getting on the bolt. But what I like to do is, get it kind of started, and then let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, it definitely does not help being 6'3" under here. Kind of do a really poor job of spacing this exhaust from the starter, so you kind of gotta. I don't remember how you got this out last time. I know I had to pry, but I might have to switch this. Let's see here. Well, I guess it's safe to say you want. Of course, there's the light again. You want a for the starter that's, well, this guy, but the mounting bolts are there and there. Those are kind of the grounds for it. The one that's there, instead of a deep socket, you are definitely going to want a shallow socket, so that way it's not as big of a pain in the butt. Frankie, do I have a shallow 15 or a small 15 that is not going to be a pain in my butt? Now this one being a deep, that's perfectly fine. Had to break that loose. Thank you. Alright, let's get it back on this part at least. Okay.
That's actually good right there.
So we're gonna do this configuration right here. I short with just a small extension. See what we can do here, since I already kind of had it going. There we go. That's a lot better. I mean, it might get stuck. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. All right. So for the bolt, it's going to be an 11 millimeter. And let's get to breaking these suckers loose. Frankie, put it into park and then put it into neutral again, so that way I can break the bolts loose, or else it's just gonna spin. Yep, put it in park. It's the only thing that I don't like about automatic transmissions. Manual's so much easier. Alright, do it again. Alright, hold on. Turn this. Park. Neutral. Alright. Park. Alright. Yep. Alright, so let's get these bolts out. The other part I completely forgot about that you have to take out is this torque arm right here. And that connects from the trans all the way to the rear end. Completely forgot about that, but is it in neutral now? Oh. Yeah, just keep it in neutral. Perfect. Gotta make so much noise, don't you, Frankie? But these bolts, being that they're an 11 on this car, should be an 11 on all of them from 94 to, or 93 to 2002, unless they were changed out, but I know these are completely 100% factory. So it should have an 11 millimeter. Alright, got one side out. Why am I making my life hard? I'll just rotate it from here. Alright, got that out. Next is probably going to be getting this torque arm out. Oh, let's see here. Let me get the pry bar, Frankie. Small one's fine. Of course, I'd get the pry bar stuck. I think this would be a lot easier to do. If you guys know of any easier way to do this, leave them in the comments, because I haven't taken a drive shaft out in quite a while. Give me, let's see, do I have my car keys on me? Alright. We'll just do these for right now. Actually, you want to give me my cordless impact? Why work hard when you have all of your...
What is it? This one?
No. The drawer to the left, right above the big drawer. How does it look on the phone?
So far, so good.
Alright.
Sorry, headphone users.
Oh, do not tell me there's a nut on the back end. Oh, never mind. I need a wrench on the top. Okay, that makes sense. Well, give me a 19 and a 21.
Wrench?
Yep. First drawer on the left on the top box. Probably should wear safety glasses, but I'm not doing that. Let's see. I said 19 and 21, not 17.
Oh. And it's something.
Actually, it might be a 19. Let's see. Wait, we might get lucky. Nope, not a 19.
This one?
Does it stand? Yeah, see, it says 21 on it. Let's see here. Oh, you're gonna be like that. Okay, let's try this again, guys. There we go. There's that big bolt. Let's get the other one. All right, there we go. She's gonna be a little stubborn. Let's there we go. Yep, decided to get stuck at the top. No problem though. Issue's gonna be stubborn now. What the heck? God, you might want to leave this until last. Just because, ooh, that lens is dirty from all the rust. Hold on. There we go. But you might want to leave this part till last. Then again, you might be more experienced with these cars, where I'm not gonna lie. Kind of scared the crap out of me a little bit with the whole rear end moving, since that's not supporting the rear end right now. Since it just kind of slips in there. Knowing me, I have a feeling I probably, looking at it now, that I did not need to take that off. So I might just leave that in place and just take this mount down right here. This guy, those two bolts, and those two bolts. They look like they're probably a 14 or a 15. So I take that off and then transmount with those two bolts and those two bolts, and obviously jack it up with a jack to support it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and just to kind of be on the safe side, because looking at it now, I don't really think I had to take that off. So this'll be kind of fun. So I'm probably gonna end the video here. Probably be maybe a couple days till I get to it, just because I work and, you know, have other responsibilities with the girlfriend and family and other lovely stuff. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.